Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's upcoming title match should have had a major stipulation, says ex-WWE star. WWE Bad Blood is set to make a thrilling return in October 2024, with several intense rivalries taking center stage. One of the most anticipated matches will feature Rhea Ripley challenging Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. This bout marks another chapter in their fierce rivalry, but there's been buzz around potential stipulations for the match, especially regarding Dominic Mysterio's involvement. Earlier this month, it was confirmed that Ripley would once again face Morgan in Atlanta at WWE Bad Blood. However, Morgan has managed to keep an edge over Ripley recently with the help of her allies in the Judgment Day faction. Their recent attacks on Ripley's leg have been a key factor in tipping the scales in Morgan's favor. As tensions continue to rise between the two, fans and experts alike have speculated about what kind of match this could turn out to be, and whether a special stipulation could add to the drama. In a recent episode of Rebooked Wrestling, former WWE superstar Matthew Rehwoldt, better known as Aiden English, expressed his thoughts on the match. According to English, adding a stipulation involving Dominic Mysterio could elevate the rivalry and bring more excitement to the title bout. In particular, he expressed his desire to see the return of the Shark Cage stipulation, a unique WWE feature where one wrestler or manager is suspended above the ring in a cage, unable to interfere in the match. I was hoping Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley would have maybe had some Dominic Mysterio-related stipulation or something tied to it, English explained during the interview. He emphasized how Dominic's involvement could add an interesting dynamic to the already tense feud. I don't know if they're trying to stretch it out and get there, but I'm waiting for my Shark Cage stipulation. The fact that it's taking so long is starting to make me a little anxious. For those unfamiliar, the Shark Cage stipulation is a throwback to earlier WWE events where a wrestler or manager is placed in a cage, lifted high above the ring, and unable to interfere in the match. It's a fan-favorite gimmick that often adds an element of suspense to the bout, as the person trapped in the cage can only watch helplessly as their ally fights alone. English's suggestion of this stipulation for Ripley and Morgan's match would undoubtedly add more layers to the drama, especially with Dominic Mysterio playing such a key role in recent events. While WWE has not announced any official stipulations for the Ripley vs. Morgan match at Bad Blood, the potential for a Shark Cage scenario remains intriguing. Dominic Mysterio has been a pivotal figure in the feud between Ripley and Morgan, often playing the role of the instigator or wild card. His presence at ringside has sparked several confrontations, and many fans are eager to see whether his involvement will lead to an even more chaotic match at WWE Bad Blood. As the event approaches, speculation continues to build around the potential for stipulations or surprises that could further intensify the Ripley-Morgan feud. Fans are particularly curious to see how WWE might capitalize on the tension between the two superstars, especially with Dominic Mysterio lurking in the background. Whether or not the Shark Cage stipulation comes into play, one thing is certain. The rivalry between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan is far from over, and WWE Bad Blood is shaping up to be an explosive event. In the meantime, fans will have to wait and see if WWE will incorporate any of the suggestions from Rehwoldt or other insiders, and whether Dominic Mysterio's presence will continue to be a game-changer in this bitter feud. Earlier this year, Liv Morgan embarked on a fierce quest for redemption on Monday Night Raw, seeking vengeance against her longtime rival, Rhea Ripley. Morgan had been denied the opportunity to settle the score with a nightmare for months, but she finally managed to get the upper hand, putting Ripley on the shelf and sidelining her from competition. This marked the beginning of a dramatic shift in the WWE Women's division, setting the stage for an intense rivalry. With Ripley out of action, she was forced to relinquish the Women's World Championship, a move that left a power vacuum in the division. Capitalizing on the opportunity, Liv Morgan captured the vacant title after a hard-fought battle with Becky Lynch. Now crowned as champion, Morgan set her sights on the Judgment Day faction, determined to send a message not only to Ripley but to the entire WWE universe. For months, the nightmare's absence lingered over Morgan's title reign, as fans eagerly awaited Ripley's return to settle unfinished business. Ripley made her highly anticipated comeback, just in time for WWE SummerSlam 2024, immediately setting her eyes on reclaiming the Women's World Championship from Morgan. The two fierce rivals clashed in what was one of the most anticipated matches of the night, but the outcome shocked the WWE Universe. During the match, Dominic Mysterio, long associated with Ripley and the Judgment Day, betrayed his former ally by aligning himself with Liv Morgan. His unexpected defection left Ripley vulnerable, and Liv successfully retained her title. The fallout from SummerSlam intensified their rivalry, with both stars refusing to back down. In the weeks following the pay-per-view, tensions between Morgan and Ripley escalated, leading to a second showdown at the Bash in Berlin, this time in a mixed tag team match. Liv Morgan teamed up with her new ally, Dominic Mysterio, while Ripley joined forces with Damian Priest, aiming to even the score. Despite Ripley's best efforts, Morgan and Mysterio secured a victory, solidifying Liv's dominant reign as Women's World Champion. However, Rhea Ripley refused to let this loss define her. As the Eradicator, Ripley is known for her resilience and unyielding determination to prove herself at the top of the division. Shortly after Bash in Berlin, Ripley earned yet another opportunity to face Liv Morgan, determined to reclaim the championship she once held. Exercising her right for a rematch, Rhea Ripley challenged Morgan for the title at WWE Bad Blood in Atlanta. This upcoming match marks the third consecutive premium live event PLE, where the two fierce rivals will square off, and the stakes have never been higher. With both superstars in peak form, their rivalry has captivated the WWE Universe, building anticipation for another explosive encounter. Ripley, backed by her renewed resolve and the power of the Judgment Day, will stop at nothing to dethrone Morgan and reclaim the Women's World Championship. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan, having grown more ruthless and calculated, is prepared to defend her title and prove once again that she belongs at the top. The third chapter in this rivalry promises to deliver a high-octane, hard-hitting battle between two of WWE's most dominant female superstars. With Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest lurking in the background, their influence could once again tip the scales in a match where anything can happen. As WWE Bad Blood approaches, fans are left wondering, will Liv Morgan continue her reign of dominance, or will Rhea Ripley finally reclaim her throne and put an end to Morgan's revenge tour? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. When these two forces collide in Atlanta, the WWE Universe will witness another unforgettable chapter in their ongoing saga.